American poet who published Dust of Snow and Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening in 1923.
I think it's Robert.
Walt Whitman.
According to the Amazon bestsellers list, name the brand that produces the second best-selling jelly bean behind Jelly Belly. 30 seconds.
Could it be like Starburst? Do they do jelly beans?
The Easter ones are fab.
They are fab, yeah.
I would say yeah. Or the other one. Oh god.
No say.
Brox is the other one. BRA. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, Starbucks final.
Nope.
Starbucks?
I'm sorry. God
You're
damn
good.
it.
You're good. Incorrect. 15 seconds.
I think Kira has it with Brock's jelly beans.
Yeah, I'm down to do
Final
that.
answer.
Kira has it with Brock's jelly beans.
I mean, it's
That was it. Alicia Keys.
Incorrect.
No, Melody, no!
What'd she say?
I said
Lake Tiki Kaka. Final answer.
No,
I probably should just guess like a Central American country or something like Nicaragua or something like that.
I'm cool with that.
you want to do Lake Nicaragua? Lake Nicaragua, final answer.
Come on, Danny. That is correct.
No!
Wait, what?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm done. This is
Good night,
stupid.
everybody. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, I am done.
The Let's Make a Deal hosts primary locomotive.
Wayne's Main Train, final answer.
That is correct.
Wow!
Lord bless
that
you.
might be the fastest answer in HTL history as of right now. That was insanely quick.
Category number 1 is jelly beans.
No, what?
No, you lying.
I can't.
Are you fucking
I'm not. Category number 1 is jelly beans. Would anyone like to use it?
No.
They're lifelines.
We almost picked it as our niche.
Oh yeah, let me double it.
To Boy George with this celebrity mashup.
Oh no. That's the guy off Friends, right, Ross?
It's David Schwimmer.
Schwimmer.
Who the hell's that in the middle, though?
Is that Leah Michelle? It is.
Yep.
That's Leah Michelle and David Schwimmer, final answer.
Good job.
Wow. I love it.
Wow.
That's gonna be in my nightmares tonight.
Yeah, it will. Just kind of, I feel like I see a little bit of Sam Foser in this.
Oh my
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the kickoff of Hometowns Trivia League Season 2. It has been quite some time since I have sat at my desk behind the microphone live. It's been ages since I've done it live. It's been a long time enough since we've hosted even the Chase or anything. So I'm so very excited to be here. This is the first time I've actually been in my new office in our new house that we moved into a few months ago. It's a work in progress. This is the start. This I got to get rid of this. Whoever lived here before put this here, and it's a hate crime. We're getting rid of it. But otherwise, I'm very excited to be here. Very excited to kick off the night. I think Carl's going to be here shortly, so I'm giving him like a minute or two to join me so that I don't have to do this alone. He was fighting with auditors, from what I understand, but he said he cut off 7 minutes of his commute coming home. So he says he'll be here shortly. Carrie says not a hate crime. Fair enough. The wall looks like 3 very large stars. Oh, perfect. I filibustered for just long enough before it got uncomfortable, and Carl is here. I'll wait till I see his actual face, and then there he is. And Carl's actually here. Not go Eagles. Fuck the Chiefs. Well, we are here to kick off Hometowns Trivia League Season 2. Carl, how excited are you for this?
Can you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm just not used to not hearing, like, seeing something pop up. Super excited, except for I saw that countdown and I saw how skinny I used to be. So if everyone can bully me in the general chat, because bullying works. So tell me how fat I am in the general chat. It'd be great.
Well, and I had wanted to thank you, Kevin, talking about physical appearance. My beard is a lot right now. And if you want insight into my day-to-day life, the lovely woman, Tanya Fields, who cuts my hair and trims my beard for me, was sick for our last appointment and has wanted to reschedule and has not texted me back in like a month. So anyway, I don't even know what I was saying before that, but I wanted to make a new countdown, but I was like, let's rehash the old ones. We'll make new ones as new memories arise. Hopefully soon as we get ready to do this thing. I think the best way for us to kick this thing off is let's introduce our teams. Let's get everyone acquainted with the 4 more than last time, 16 teams that will be competing in Hometowns Trivia League Season 2, and their logos, which are awesome. Of course, thanks to Lee for designing all 16 of them. They are all really, really solid. And yeah, let's get right to it. Oh, right. What's this going to look like? Oh, perfect. It's been a while since I've been on StreamYard. Like, I haven't done this in a minute. I feel rusty.
I know. I've just on Discord and Zoom. That's why I was like, can you hear me? Because I don't, like, I'm used to like something lighting up.
What is this platform?
Literally.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Hometowns Trivia League Season 2, the Squeakle, as Eric Taylor has made it known. And we're going to start this thing off. We're going to meet the teams. We're going to start with a couple teams, a handful of teams, but a couple teams here up the top that you have seen before, returning teams coming back to try it all again. Maybe that they were a playoff team that got booted early. Maybe they didn't make the playoffs. Maybe they won the whole thing. Who knows? We have some returning teams this season. The first 2 returning teams are running it back, I think, completely unchanged. Yes, the first 2 teams are running it back completely unchanged, keeping their same name, maybe a little bit of a refresh with the logo. And we start with the Weathermen. The Weathermen are back. Weathermen fell just short of the playoffs in Season 1. We're not going to talk about the circumstances that led to that moment, but otherwise, they are back. They are going to be captained by the Yee to Ryan Taylor's Yaya, the Ryan Cowboy Marston, and his teammates will be Quinn and Max, the Teddy brothers, and Gray Price. If he is not watching television, will be here. The Weathermen back at it again. A team that underperformed, in my opinion, first time around. Definitely could make some noise this time. Second team running it fully back. Same exact team, same exact name. They were a playoff team. They got booted in round 1, but they gave a really good fight in that playoff round. The Smartboards are back. You know them and you love them. Eric Taylor, the captain, and their teammates, Jay Bald, Bill, and Christian, who we are not going to make any jokes about Christian's internet this season because we know it's going to be improved because technically it can't get worse. Dang it, I already did it. I already made the joke. Carl, do you mean to be on mute? Just out of curiosity. Okay, great. All right. And now we have some rebranded teams that are familiar in personnel, but are getting a little bit of a refresh, a new team name, a new logo, but some teams that have stuck together for the most part. And we start with what were the Utopia Sluts, a team that was often the comedic relief of season 1, but by and large was not a bad trivia team. They are no more. They are now the Identity Thieves, one of my favorite logos of all of them. The Identity Thieves, captained by Spencer Floor, and they're going to run a 3-man team of Spencer, Sam, and Nicole. I feel like it's worth sharing how we got to their team name. Their initials, SSN. You can take it from there. And they became the Identity Thieves, and this menace of a raccoon has emerged, and they are here to I don't know. I don't have any clever puns from this point on. Their name is good enough. Eric, if you can help me out in the comments, give me a good pun about what they're going to do this season. In the meantime,
I mean, I would say like steal a spot in the playoffs, but based on last year, I don't. We'll see.
They would have to steal it.
You know what? It works. Yep.
But I mean, we have a chaser here in this group, so I guess every team we've shared so far has a chaser. Eric and Max, and now Sam, and so we'll see what the Identity Thieves are up to this season. I was gonna try and go. Here we go. Our reigning champions, Boy George Michael Jackson Brown versus the Board of Education. They are no more. They are going for a rebrand. Sam Foser is on our side he's on our team this time around. Eric said he can't do this on the spot. That's surprising. Foster joining our side of the thing here, and Boy George, our reigning champions, have now become Beef with a Q, captained by Tyler Brown, and replacing Foster with Missy Bird, and then Ryan and Carrie back at it again, looking to repeat as champions this time around. Tyler's quick to remind me there are no chasers on this team because he wants to be one. And you know what? I think only 2-time HTL champions get that opportunity. Don't check the history books on that one. And I think, oh wait, no, we have more rebranded teams. The former B team is no longer. They have rebranded. And rightfully rebranded. This feels like the best rebrand of all the rebrands. They are now Texas Two-Step, captained by Jeff Ellis, and joined by Karthik, who is new, replacing what was Billy. And then the Fagans of Steph and Jack are joining Texas Two-Step. If I recall, B team was also a playoff team last time around, and they lost to Exclamation Point in the first round. If I'm wrong on my history that I'm trying to remember off the top of my head,
right?
I think that is right. So another playoff team looking to come back and do it again this season. And then speaking of the team that I think knocked them out of the playoffs, team Exclamation Point. Thank God. Getting a refresh.
Thank fucking God.
Thank God. They are no longer. They are
one.
now Pacific Midwest. They'll be captained by Preston Coleman. A little bit of a different roster here, but they're going to also run a 3-man group here with Kelly and then Liv, who will be very strong, I have no doubt, joining the ranks here, a 3-man team of Pacific Midwest with Preston, Kelly, and Liv. And I mean, to talk about their history, not only did they win some playoff runs, they were the runners-up of season 1. So this is no team to be underestimating. They are a very good team, and they look to maybe come back and take it all the way this time. All right, now we head to our new teams, just brand new takes, new logos, new configurations of teams, and we start with the Vatican City Cardinals. Fantastic punny name that came about because of a silly joke in a group chat This is going to be captained by Sarah Williamson. You might remember Sarah from BBH 1-5 and most recently 20, where she did very, very well. She also played in an episode of the Chase last season against Sam Lechner, but Sam won that game, so maybe we'll have a rematch there this season. We will see. And their teammates, Sarah's teammates is going to be my wife playing this season, Jenny, along with Stephen Moreland, who old school BBHer, BBH 6, and Chris Griffith, even older school BBHer, BBH 1. Wouldn't really call him a BBHer otherwise. But I mean, let's be honest. Very strong team here. I expect a lot of good trivia out of them. They cover a good bit of knowledge. And Sarah has, anytime she competes in anything, her phrase is, I like to be good at stuff. And I know that Sarah is going to want to be very good at the Hometowns Trivia League. Very excited about this team, obviously, because my wife is competing this season. Next up, we have the Purple Penguins. The Purple Penguins, a brand new team this season, captained by former Breakfast Clubber Mike Hurdy. Mike is back captaining a team this season alongside of Sydney, Aaron, and Jamie. So Mike is the only former HTLer here. I'm assuming Ryan is referring to this specific one. This is such a cute logo. I agree. I really like the Purple Penguins logo. And I don't know. I just think the purple pops well in this logo. Next up, I've got to click over here. The Bear Essentials. I can give you a guess as to who might be on this team. This is a really good logo, and we joked in the prod team chat that I should buy the shirt with this bear on it for Franklin and have him wear it to school with the bear holding a knife. And I think that's a fantastic idea. Captained by Jack Bear Miller, of course, and his teammates. Little international flair as always, Louise, then Viber, and then we got Benji. A very, very fun team here. Thanks for the support, Jack, and saying I should absolutely get this for Franklin. I might not. Oh, yeah, Eric, you take the low-hanging fruit, but when I put you on the spot, you can't do it. I agree. Everyone should buy this shirt. It's a fantastic logo. That's the Bear Essentials. Then we've got Nerd World Order. This is such a funny thing that happened. This is our free agent team this season, but they have all bonded over wrestling in the most fantastic of ways. They will be captained by Michael Brady. Lots of Michaels this season. Lots of Michaels. Because they've got Yap. They've got the other Michael, one of the other Michaels. There's several. Michael Bergeron and then Colin Barton. And then of this group, Colin was also a Breakfast Clubber last season. But he joins the next free agent team. So he's been on both free agent teams. And Nerd World Order, a cool wrestling belt as their logo, and I'm excited to see them buy this t-shirt because I think it's going to look really good. Next up, we have Southwest Hairlines. Southwest Hairlines. These are all so good. Captained by Melody Lee, who was formerly of Risky Quizness. So she was in season 1, and her teammates this season, Stephanie Yee, Ethan, and Margaret. I believe Ethan played the chase with Melody this past season. The other two I've not seen. Stephanie Yee, winner of BBH 20.
The other two.
Sorry. The winner of BBH 21, Stephanie Yee. I'm not forgetting that. I'm just in trivia world right now. But I was going to say the other two, I've not seen them play trivia. But I have seen Stephanie win BBH very recently. And that is the Southwest Hairlines. This logo took a couple different twists and turns, and we eventually landed in a really, really fun spot with it. And what I mean by that is Melody and company wanted other colors, and then they got those other colors and said, nah, go back.
That's like the OG. Oh my god. Oh, god.
Edgewood High School. This is so good. Captained by Rick Petrillo at Edgewood High School and teammates Sean, Jake, and Grace. If I'm to understand this correctly,
put it together. You got this.
This is this is where Jake went to high school. Or
It's either where, I think it's where he went to high school,
or where
not
he works.
Currently works. I think it's where he went to high school.
One of those two. Either way, this is, for the record, this is not the logo for that high school. Lead redesigned a logo, and we have Edgewood High School here competing this season, and so amazing. Erica, formerly of Chicken Strips. I saw Quinn in the chat talking earlier about being afraid of the return of Chicken Strips. As I can confirm, no Chicken Strips, though we have some former chicken strippers. I said what I said. Next up, got the old ladies. The old ladies, captained by Bridget, formerly of E = MC Hammer, and teammates. Susie, new to HTL, Sarah, new to HTL, and then Daniel, formerly Butt Clencher of last season. So 2 rookies here, but 2 returning HTL players here in season 2 in the old ladies. Another very, very fun and silly logo. It's giving the Golden Girls, and we love that. Next up, we have Sims Family.
Dare I say the most ridiculous?
Yes, another plight into the absolutely ridiculous. Captained by Sterling. Queen Sterling is here, and she's ready to slay. With this just hodgepodge of a logo. Every time I look at it, I'm like, when I was putting it on a shirt, I was like, what color is this? Because there's no real answer. Megan Sims, Marcelo, and Madeline making up the Sims family values this season. Next up, we've got the Squirtle Squad, captained by former E = MC Hammerer, Amanda, the Mad Scientist Lindgren, another chaser here, with teammates Tolis, Jay, and another Michael, whose last name I'm not gonna attempt tonight. We were not sure if we spelled it correctly, but we're confident after double checking that we have spelled it correctly. So 3 rookies with Amanda here in terms of HTL. We'll see how they fare in some trivia, but we know Amanda is strong, so we'll see how that turns out. Next up, we have the Glitterati. The Glitterati is captained by hot girl Chris Sheridan here. Sorry, I just got a text message. Gonna ignore that for now. Hot girl Chris, and then Billy, former B teamer, that's now Texas Two-Step. They kicked Billy for Karthik. I don't know if that's what happened, but that's the rumor I'm gonna spread. So Billy said, I'm gonna make my own team. And so Billy, Carly, and Molly with Chris here make up the Glitterati. They have been hands down our most unresponsive team of the season, of the preseason.
Drag them.
But we know once the season starts, everyone's gonna get on track where they need
2 of them
go.
have no excuse. They live together officially,
and in not Australia.
No, everyone congratulate Billy Stevens
Yes.
on upending his entire life from Australia, and now he is a Canadian.
Yeah,
Maybe
we
not
love that.
officially a Canadian, but he now lives in Canada.
Yep. And is that it? That's it.
It is.
That's all of our 16 teams. Really excited, fun bunches of teams, fun logos. And so now let's talk about the divisions and the playoffs and how this is all going to work. How do you navigate the season in order to make it all the way to the final and potentially win the $0 grand prize and all the glory that goes with it? There will be 4 divisions broken up into 4 teams each. We have 16 teams. That's simple math right there. And of those 16 teams, 8 of them, yes, 8, half of the teams will qualify for the playoffs. In order to do that, there are one of 2 ways to make it to the playoffs. One, win your division. If you win your division, which is the majority of your games, then you automatically claim one of the top 4 seeds in the playoffs, in the playoff bracket. It's going to be a straight up 8-team, 8-seeded bracket. Win your division and you're in. Then, in order to claim one of the spots 5 through 8, you got to be the best of the rest. The 4 wild card teams will make up the next 4 best. Make up the next 4 playoff teams. So if you don't win your division, that does not mean you're out of it. Of course, there are 4 wild card spots among the rest of the teams up for grabs. You will play, and we'll talk more in detail about this in a moment. You will play 12 games this season. 6 of those games will be against your divisional opponents. So you will play each of your divisional opponents twice, and then you will have 6 other opponents from the rest of the league. So pretty much every game matters. Almost similar to like college football and the NFL schedule. Every game means a whole lot. Those divisional games are going to mean a lot to win the division, and then those non-divisional games could be your direct opponents for those wild card spots. So really excited about that. So let's figure out who your divisional opponents will be. Well, not figure out. We already figured it out. Let's share with you. Here in Division 1, we have Southwest Hairlines, and these are placed here kind of randomly, so there's nothing to truly nothing to read into about how these were determined. Southwest Hairlines, Bear Essentials, the Smart Boards, and the Glitterati make up Division 1. Division 2, we have the Vatican City Cardinals, the Purple Penguins, Nerd World Order, and the Weathermen make up Division 2. Division number 3, we have the Squirtle Squad, Edgewood High School, Pacific Midwest, and Texas Two-Step. And then finally, that leaves our last 4 teams here in Division 4, Sims Family Values, Beef with a Q, the Old Ladies, and Identity Thieves in Division 4. So that's your direct competition. I believe that's the end of my slideshow. Yes, it is. Amazing. That's your direct competition for the playoffs. That's maybe the easiest path. I don't know if I want to say easiest, but win your division and you're in. Just win all 6 games and then you're in the clear. We have some tiebreaker rules that we'll talk about in a moment, but we wanted to also give you a nice little overview of what HTL is. Some of you have never played a single game of the Hometowns Trivia League a single time. You've never even watched, even though I've shared the links. You don't care about this at all until now when the competition starts. So we're going to share a little video about what you can expect for Hometowns Trivia League Season 2. What is the Hometowns Trivia League? Well, it's a 16-team online trivia competition with a 12-game regular season and an 8-team playoff. Teams will be split into 4 divisions, looking to earn bids to the playoffs. So who makes the playoffs? That'll be the 4 division winners and the next 4 best teams, known as the wild card. Each team will play 6 divisional games and 6 cross-divisional games. You'll get sent your schedules pretty soon. So how does each game work? Each game will consist of 12 rounds of categorical trivia and a bonus round. Only 3 players are allowed to compete per match. Each round has 2 questions. If it's your team's turn, you'll get 30 seconds to discuss before the team's spokesperson for that question delivers the answer following the phrase, "Final answer." Get it right, score a point. Get it wrong, and we'll toss it over to the other team to steal with only 15 seconds on the clock. All right, to Utopia. Who is responsible for the invention of the printing press?
Oh, I learned that at some point.
Oh my god, I taught
Is it Da
Victory!
Vinci?
No!
Washington Post? I don't fucking know.
Oh my god!
Like, is it a person?
Oh,
It's,
maybe. I'm gonna know his name too. That's
It's
the
10
no,
seconds.
That's the cotton gin. Never mind, I don't know the answer. Go with like someone popular, like Franklin or Edison.
Edison. Final answer.
Incorrect, 15 seconds.
Girl, it's Gutenberg.
Gutenberg final.
Girl, it is Gutenberg.
Okay, I would never have gotten that.
Each team gets a turn per category. Need some help? Each team has 3 superpowers to use each game. The point doubler. Your question will be worth 2 points this round. But be careful, the point doubler still applies to the steal. Double dip. Debating between 2 possible answers? Use your double dip and try both.
We're gonna double dip.
Okay.
Final answer, brandy.
Incorrect.
Final answer, bourbon.
Correct. Good use.
Oh, we successfully used the double dip.
Extra time. If a category is a real thinker, use your extra time to get 45 seconds to provide your answer. Halfway through each game, you'll be faced with 2 special rounds. the niche category round, and the bonus round. No power-ups can be used in these rounds, but scoring here is always worth 2 points. Each game you'll select a category that you think your team can absolutely nail. Your niche category.
2 points on the line, no power-ups. They picked Generation 1 Pokemon. Boy George has gone with Wheel of Fortune puzzles.
Then the bonus round. We'll have 2 styles of bonus rounds for this season, and you never know which style you could get. We have the shootout. In shootout, just like in season 1, teams will go back and forth providing correct answers to 1 question for 5 rounds. Most correct answers wins the bonus round.
Alrighty. Here is your bonus question. For the record, there are 20 answers to this question. In July 2021, Gotham magazine analyzed the hashtags of Instagram users to determine the 20 most popular ice cream flavors in the world. Your job is to name them. So your 15 seconds will start with the breakfast club.
We also have Closest To. In Closest To, teams will attempt to provide the number that is closest to the actual answer. Before each question, teams will select the person to represent them. Beat out your opponent, score 1 point. Get it right on the nose, score 2 points. First team to 3 points wins the 2 points for the bonus round. Then, after 12 rounds and a bonus round, the team with the most points wins. Tied will go to overtime, an additional bonus round for all the marbles. In the playoffs, teams will play best of 3 series to attempt to advance to the next round, all in hopes of becoming the second champion of the Hometowns Trivia League. Congratulations, Boy George. You are the Hometowns Trivia League champions. Any questions? Hit up your team chats and production will be there to answer shortly. We look forward to a great season and good luck. So fun. I want to talk about this one more thing, and then Carl can talk, has his little rules. That we'll talk about rules and scheduling, but I mean, that will be quick. But I do want to share that officially. I should have had this set up or had this queued up to go, but that will take me 2 seconds. The Hometowns Trivia League Season 2 webpage is live, and this is not a perfect place. Doesn't give you everything you could possibly need, but what it does give you is here is the Hometowns Trivia League Season 2 logo. This can all be found at bigbrotherhometowns.com. Go to bigbrotherhometowns.com, and then you can go up here to HTL, and it'll take you right here. I'll share the link later. If you clicked here, it'll take you to the I'll just click it. Take you to it doesn't show me. It takes you to the playlist for the season, so you can watch all the games. Then if you go down here, you meet all the teams. If you click on any of these links, this also shows the divisions down here. If you click on any of these teams, let's click on Identity Thieves. That's annoying. Share this tab instead. There we go. If I click on Identity Thieves, here we have their playlist to all their games, and then down here you can officially buy your team's merch. So I'll click on theirs, and then I'll share this tab instead. So you can get Identity Thieves shirts. Here's the thing with these is if you don't like a color and want something different, just tell me and I'll add it. I just kind of picked a few colors for each team that I thought made sense. There's a t-shirt, a hoodie, a crew neck, a long sleeve, and a baseball tee. If there's another style that you really desperately want that is available through Bonfire, let me know and I'll add it if you want to buy it. But yeah, order these. These are so fun. I mean, obviously proceeds are going to go to BBH stuff. It does not go to my pocket. It goes to helping us future BBH endeavors, paying for StreamYard, paying for BBH winner charities, whatever things like that. And then I tried to make them as cheap as possible, like feasibly. And then you can have team shirts to wear for your matches or just for fun. Like this one is pretty awesome. So, and then so check out the website. It's very cool. Has all everything should be updated. I worked on that all day the last couple of days. All right, Carl, I've been talking too much.
Oh, I mean, that's fine. All I do at work is talk. So honestly, this has been great to sit because I just came from fighting people. So
I take back what I said immediately.
not Purple Penguins leotard. Good Lord. Honestly, If I can find it on Bonfire, I'll make it for you if Josh won't.
Hey, look, if it's there, I'll get it.
Yeah, I doubt it. I'm here to talk about rules. We don't have very many.
Outside of the rules of the game.
Yeah. Outside of just the game rules, we don't have many governing rules about HTL as how we're gonna play this season. I'll post it all on the Discord server and I'll pin it if you're more of a visual person. But rule number 1. Oh, this is gonna rile up some people. I hate that we have to say this.
I do too. I truly hate it.
I hate that we have to do this, but for the integrity of the game and based off of feedback of last season, we're playing hands in frame this season. Hands in frame. During all matches, hands must be in frame while we are answering questions. So there's going to be a little bit of downtime between categories. So if we're not asking a question or asking for an answer from a team, your hand can go out of frame. But while a question has been asked and a team is answering, regardless if it's your team or not, because if it's not your team, you can possibly steal. Hands need to remain in frame. Make sure there's no cheating for the integrity of it. Failure to comply with this rule will result in the opposing team earning points for any questions where your team's hands go out of frame. We're just going to penalize it this season. We have someone in the background of all the games watching that will be watching for that. That was not their sole job, but one of their main jobs is be watching for that. Don't do it, please.
Yeah, and look, last year at the school I work at, we instituted a rule in study hall where all phones went to the teacher's table and everyone had to be silent for the entirety of study hall. That rule lasted 3 or 4 weeks until we were eventually able to pull the reins back as we saw that people were getting things done and being productive. My goal is that because of the actions of last season, we're going to be really strict. And then hopefully when we know that everyone is playing with integrity, we can chill out on that a little bit. Because I don't want to I don't want to enforce this. This is stupid.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're not gonna dwell on that any more than that.
But we listen to the feedback. We're gonna start with it, and hopefully we can take that away because we can start to trust y'all. But let's prove that first.
Yes.
Rule number 2: no cheating.
Right.
In conjunction with hands in frame, cheating of any kind is strictly prohibited. And if it gets out of hand, we as production reserve the right to remove any player or a collective team from the league. Remember, this is a league for, let's say it together, $0. There's no reason to cheat. This is supposed to be fun. Rule number 3, be respectful. This is easy. Be respectful to us, be respectful to each other. If you have to ask yourself if something's going too far, it probably is, and that's coming from me. Again, it's Trivia League for $0. It's not that serious. Just let's have fun. Rule number 4, be flexible. So for those who played season 1, we're going to talk about the scheduling process here in a bit. It's far different than how season 1 went. So on the application, it said you're going to be playing a game every week. That is true. So with 16 teams trying to schedule 8 matches, along with finding production to host those matches, some compromises are going to have to be made. We're going to have to work together to get those games scheduled. So let's be flexible and understand that you might not receive your top choice when it comes to scheduling, but we're going to make sure we find a time that works for everyone. So just be flexible.
Yeah, and this I just thought of. Also be attentive, please.
Yes.
Be available. At least have the notifications for your channel on, if nothing else, or the important channel, if nothing else, just so you can see kind of the big things, because we don't want to be hunting people down. Yes. When we need that one more person to agree to a time or whatever, please.
Or your niche category.
Niche category.
Rule number 5, have fun. It's the core principle of HCL. If you're not having fun, then talk to us because we can find a replacement for you. Because if you're not having fun, then I suggest not being here.
Yeah.
Period. End of statement. And rule number 6, I'm not going to go over here on stream. You can look at it on your own time. It's the tiebreaker rules when it comes to seeding in the playoffs and just how all those work. So that's for y'all to look at. I think it's rooted in it starts with NFL rules and then goes to maybe baseball or hockey. I don't know, but it's rooted in sports.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's not hard. But if you care, it'll be more important as we get to week 9, week 10.
Right.
So look at that later.
Yes. So, like we said, you have 12 games to play, 6 Division, 6 non-division. We are going to let every team know at the top of the season what your 12 teams, the 12 games are, and what order that you are to play those games. Last season, we didn't do the best job probably on our end of being upfront about the cross-divisional game, but it was only one game, and we were unsure how to do it this season. That's kind of not an issue because we have it all sorted out. You have everyone's schedules are already made. They will be sent shortly. In addition to Lee will make kind of a graphic for each week, and a couple more differences in this season is that not every game, or really maybe not even many games in the early part of the season, are going to be live streamed. They're all going to be kind of pre-recorded, and then on Mondays our plan is to air one of the games live. It won't be happening live unless we want to do something fun one week or whatever, but we're going to like pick one of the games to be like the game of the week that will be streamed on Monday night, and then following that the rest of the games will be posted that were played the previous week. There's a few reasons for this. I think it helps with integrity, first of all, a little bit. But additionally, and this is just another peek behind our curtain, is we're going to write less games because last season we wrote 60 whatever games we played. I think there was like 70 plus total games written. We're going to write less games. We're going to reuse some games. Obviously, niche categories will fill in the blanks in some places. And so we want to be able to kind of be flexible on our end to make things easier on our side. So you don't know which game you're going to get. We don't even know which games you're going to get because we're writing a few each week that we will be using. And then you'll be able to watch them all the week that next week. And then as we prepare for the next week. So Mondays are going to be the night where we, the prod team is going to dole out all the times that are available. And then what's exactly our process, Carl, for signing up?
So what's going to happen is, so at the top of each week, Lee will post the graphic that just shows
who's playing
the matchups. You'll know your own like right after this call ends, I'm going to send you your schedule for the season. So you'll know who you're playing each week. Lee will send the graphic that says this week, Southwest Hairlines is playing this team and the Bear Essentials are playing this team, yada, yada. We will also make all your individual chats for that week. So we'll make the Southwest Hairline versus Bear Essentials chat. So that's where the teams can chat about what times work. We'll also post our hosting schedule in terms of what times are available. It's on a first come, first serve basis in that sense. So if y'all can find a time that works, you just tag us and we'll lock it in. First come, first serve. And remember, it's 3-on-3. So one person, assuming you are a team of 4. So like for Pacific Midwest, they are a team of 3. Identity Thieves is a team of 3, so they don't have to worry about who's sitting out. So figure out who's sitting out. And then additionally, your niche category needs to be locked in at least 24 hours before you schedule your match. So that's also something you do in your private chat. So don't tell your opponents what your niche category is. I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah, bad idea.
So you do that in your private chat. But yeah, so you'll utilize your team on team chat to schedule a time, figure out who's playing, and then your private chat, lock in your niche category, and then tag us when you've got that all settled so we can get you scheduled.
And Quinn's asking, can the person sitting out come spectate? Absolutely.
Out.
Why not? And then other than that, I think that's kind of it.
That's probably it.
We're super excited. I'm super pumped. Like, I feel like this is what we've been wanting to bring HCL back for a while. The timing has not quite been right, and now it is. And we're excited that you're all here. Excited that you guys are excited. I see a lot of you guys chatting in the general chat in the server, so that's great. I will post the little explanational video that you guys watched in the middle of this. I have that separate that I will post. Carl will post matchups and schedules and times available, and then starting as soon as tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all want to go tomorrow, so yeah, I'll also post like a general schedule that just says like when week 1 is, week 2 is. Spoiler alert: it's Tuesday to Sunday is
right.
Every week, and Monday is off because we're gonna air the games that night. So tomorrow's the earliest you can go if you want to get that going. But obviously get your niche categories in because 24 hours. Right. But yeah, all that stuff will get posted. You'll have all the stuff here very shortly. But yeah, your team chats will come soon and start scheduling.
Yep. Oh, Foster just texted us saying none of us are available to host tomorrow. Per what was
JK,
saying.
Wednesday. Haha.
See you Wednesday after Survivor. Probably.
Yeah, we will not see. Well, we might see you next Tuesday, but for this week, see you Wednesday.
Yes. All right. Well, that is it for us. If you have any questions, hit us up. We're very excited. If you're watching this not live, shame on you, but I'm glad you got to this point as a non-live watcher. Otherwise, we'll chat with you more tonight, and good night.